Swathes of territory at the borders with Iraq, Turkey, and Jordan, however, remain outside state control. The area is centered around the Al-Hajar al-Aswad district and the adjoining Palestinian refugee camp of Yarmouk, the largest in Syria. Despite extensive use of air power that has left many parts of the area leveled to the ground, troops and allied militias have sustained heavy losses as they encounter tough resistance from die-hard militants waging a battle to the end. Syrian state news agency SANA said troops were about to close in on militants holed up in a small area of high-density buildings north of Hajar al-Aswad. The fighting skills of the army are foiling all the efforts by the terrorists to prevent the army from completing the liberation of the area, SANA said. Offices torched. Islamic State militants had torched their offices in the Yarmouk enclave, the observatory said. Negotiated withdrawals have been a common feature of the Syrian war in recent years as the government, aided by the Russian military and Iran-backed forces, has steadily clawed back territory. The rebels have mostly been given safe passage to northwestern Syria. In the last 2 months alone, the United Nations says 110,000 people have been evacuated to northwestern Syria and rebel-held areas north of Aleppo. The U.S. military is in much of the east and northeast, which is controlled by Kurdish groups that want autonomy from Damascus. It has used force to defend the territory from pro-Assad forces. Turkey has sent forces into the northwest to counter those same Kurdish groups, carving out a buffer zone where anti-Assad rebels have regrouped. In the southwest, where rebels hold territory at the Israeli and Jordanian border, Assad faces the risk of conflict with Israel, which once his Iranian-backed allies kept well away from the frontier and has mounted air strikes in Syria.